You went online, typed "smart, loyal working dog," and now you're staring at three dogs that look almost identical, have military careers, and will absolutely ruin your life if you pick the wrong one. The German Shepherd, the Belgian Malinois, the Dutch Shepherd. Three breeds, all herding dogs, all insanely intelligent, all capable of being the best dog you've ever owned, or the worst decision you've ever made. Here's the problem. The internet keeps recommending all three to basically everyone. Great family dog, sure. Highly trainable, technically true. Good for first-time owners, absolutely not. Not a single one of these dogs is a beginner-friendly lapdog, and if someone told you otherwise, they lied to you. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which one fits your life, and more importantly, which one would turn your life into a 90-minute disaster film. And stick around, because the one that surprises people the most, that's the Dutch Shepherd, and we're saving that for last. Number 3. The German Shepherd. Origin, Germany. Weight, 50 to 90 pounds. Lifespan, 9 to 13 years. Price, $800 to $3,000 plus. Let's start with the one everyone's grandmother recognizes. The German Shepherd is the most popular of these three by a mile. There are GSD owners in every suburb in the world. Police departments, military units, search and rescue, disability assistance. This dog has done it all, and it's been doing it for over a century. Here's the vibe. The German Shepherd is the loyal overachiever who never clocks out. They want to work. They want a job. They want to know the plan, be part of the plan, and execute the plan better than you could have imagined. If you give them structure and purpose, you will have one of the most rewarding dog relationships of your life. But here's what nobody tells you until you're 6 months in. The German Shepherd is also deeply, almost clinically attached to their person. We're talking Velcro dog energy. Leave them alone for 8 hours without enough physical and mental stimulation? Expect to come home to a redecorated living room. Not chewed, redecorated, structurally altered. The shedding is its own personality. Twice a year, German Shepherds blow their coats so aggressively that your vacuum will question its entire purpose. But honestly, it's a year-round situation. Black pants are a lifestyle sacrifice. Health-wise, this breed has baggage. Hip and elbow dysplasia is rampant, especially in poorly bred lines, and degenerative myelopathy is a real long-term concern. Budget for vet bills. Seriously, get pet insurance before you bring one home. Grooming needs roughly 30 minutes a week at minimum, with professional grooming every 8 to 12 weeks during blowcoat season. And training? Non-negotiable. A bored, undertrained GSD doesn't sit quietly in the corner. It creates problems. The honest truth, the German Shepherd is the most accessible of these three. Slightly more forgiving of mistakes, slightly more adaptable to family life. But slightly more forgiving doesn't mean easy. It means you might survive your first year without a therapist. Do not get a German Shepherd if you work 10-hour days with no dog walker, no daycare, and no plan for mental stimulation. This dog will not wait patiently. It will communicate its feelings, loudly, repeatedly, through your furniture. Okay, so the Shepherd is manageable for the right person. The next one, though? This is where casual dog owners get humbled real fast. Number 2. The Belgian Malinois. Origin, Belgium. Weight, 40 to 80 pounds. Lifespan, 14 to 16 years. Price, $1,500 to $3,500 plus. The Malinois is what happens when someone engineered a German Shepherd and then forgot to add the off switch. This dog is what you see biting suspects in Navy SEAL footage. It's what's jumping out of helicopters strapped to operators in full tactical gear. It's what professional dog trainers look at and say, "That's an advanced dog." When trainers say that, it's not a compliment to the dog. It's a warning to you. Picture this. It's 7 a.m. You've had your coffee. You feel ready. You open the back door to let your Malinois out. Within 4 minutes, they've lapped the yard 17 times, cleared your fence twice, herded your neighbor's cat, and is now staring at you with eyes that say, "Okay, that was the warm-up. Now what?" That is not an exaggeration. The Malinois operates at a gear that most people simply don't have the lifestyle to match. They need 2 to 3 hours of serious physical exercise daily, not a casual walk around the block. Running, agility, Schutzhund, bike joring, structured fetch with actual sprinting involved. They need problem-solving games, obedience work, and, ideally, a job with consequences. Most people who get a Malinois because they look cool on YouTube are listing them on Craigslist by month 4. Rescue organizations have entire Malinois-specific programs because of how often these dogs are rehomed. The grooming is actually manageable. Short coat, weekly brushing, minimal professional grooming needed. It's one of the few areas where this breed gives you a break. Socially, a well-socialized Malinois can absolutely be great with kids and other pets. But socialization must happen early, consistently, and intentionally. Their prey drive is no joke, and small animals and fast-moving children can trigger it in undertrained dogs. They're also emotionally intense. This isn't a dog that chills on the couch without having earned it through hours of work first. They bond deeply to 1 or 2 people and can develop severe anxiety if those bonds break or if their routine disappears. Do not get a Belgian Malinois if you don't have 2 to 3 hours per day, a real training plan, and a solid understanding of working dog psychology. The Malinois isn't a better German Shepherd. It's a completely different species of commitment. And now, the one that almost nobody considers, but probably should. The one that somehow got overlooked while its cousins became celebrities. Number 1. The Dutch Shepherd. Origin: Netherlands. Weight: 42 to 75 pounds. Lifespan: 11 to 14 years. Price: $1,000 to $4,000 plus. Here's what's interesting about the Dutch Shepherd. It's been doing the same work as the Malinois and the German Shepherd for just as long. Dutch police departments use them. The Royal Dutch Marechaussee, their military police, uses them. They're everywhere in European working dog circles. In North America, practically invisible outside of serious working dog communities, which means the Dutch Shepherd has somehow avoided the chaos that comes with mainstream popularity. No irresponsible mass breeding. No puppy mills flooding the market with nervous, poorly structured dogs. A relatively clean, tight gene pool with strong working lines. The vibe of the Dutch Shepherd lands somewhere between the Malinois and the German Shepherd in terms of intensity. And that's not a compromise, it's actually a feature. They're driven and capable of elite-level work, but they tend to be slightly more stable emotionally than a high-strung Malinois. They can read a room. They have a genuine sense of humor. Their brindle coat is their most distinctive feature: gold, silver, or red brindle. And it comes in 3 varieties: short, long, and wire-haired. The short coat is the most common and easiest to maintain. The wire-haired version needs hand stripping twice a year, which is a whole thing you'll need a groomer experienced with wire coats to handle. Energy-wise, don't let the relative calmness compared to a Malinois fool you. This is still a working dog that needs serious daily exercise and mental engagement. They're just more likely to turn that energy off at the end of the day instead of continuing to vibrate in the corner of your living room. Health-wise, they're generally quite robust. Fewer genetic issues than the GSD due to that smaller, more controlled breeding population. Hip dysplasia exists, but is less prevalent. Their lifespan reflects this. The biggest challenge with the Dutch Shepherd is actually finding one. Good breeders are rare outside of Europe. Import puppies can run $3,000 to $5,000 plus. And because they're still relatively underground in mainstream dog culture, your vet, your dog trainer, and your neighbor who fancies themselves a dog expert will probably give you a blank stare when you tell them what breed you have. Do not get a Dutch Shepherd if you want a recognizable breed for status or can't access a reputable breeder. These aren't corner store dogs. Finding the right one takes time, patience, and probably some transatlantic emails. So here's where you actually land. If you're an experienced dog owner, live an active lifestyle, want a versatile, family-capable working dog, and can handle daily shedding like a grown adult, the German Shepherd is your answer. It's the most accessible of the 3. The most literature exists about it. The most training resources exist for it. It's demanding, but it's knowable. If you're a serious dog handler, an athlete, someone who trains regularly and wants a dog that can genuinely keep up, and you are absolutely certain you understand what you're getting into, the Malinois will reward that investment in ways that are genuinely hard to describe until you've lived it. But know what you're signing up for, fully. And if you want the working dog that most of the world hasn't figured out yet, something with drive, capability, emotional intelligence, and fewer of the genetic landmines that come with decades of mass breeding, pay attention to the Dutch Shepherd. Do the work to find a good one. It might be the best thing you never knew you needed. Which one of these three speaks to your lifestyle or terrifies you the most? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you already own one of these, tell me, does this breakdown match your actual experience, or did your dog completely ignore its breed description? I read every single comment.